Hey YouTube, welcome back to Jerry's NBA Talk TV. I'm NBA Jerry, and thank you for watching. What I'd like you guys to do in this video is just sit back, relax. You don't have to look at the screen because I'm not going to put any pictures up except for the Jerry's NBA Talk TV logo. And I'm going to talk about a number of subjects here. So go ahead and sit back, and if you want to browse the internet or do whatever you want to do, go ahead, because you don't have to look at the pictures because I'm just going to be talking. Almost like a radio show or something. All right, first of all, let's talk about the Eastern Conference Finals and the Western Conference Finals. Congratulations to Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks. You talking about a complete team and a man that's on the mission. I mean, he's on a mission, Dirk Nowitzki. I like what he did after the game when they were celebrating on the court was the Western Conference Finals trophy. You know, he held it up, took the pictures, and then he walked off the court because he knows, in essence, it means nothing. You know, he's been there. He's done that. He's got that trophy. He doesn't care about it. You know, he wants the big one. You know, he wants the Larry O'Brien trophy, the NBA championship. He wants that bad, and he is on a mission. Also, you know, congratulations and a great season to the Oklahoma City Thunder. You talking about a team that had a mid-season trade, 6 weeks, excuse me, not mid-season, but 6 weeks left in the season. They traded a big piece, you know, with Kendrick Perkins for Jeff Green and Nene Kristich. I know they had a lot of situations that they didn't get along, you know, not get along, but with Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, the media tried to make it out to be what it wasn't. And, you know, like my boy Corey says, they try to, not Corey, but his friend Reggie said, they try to TO and Tony Romo them, meaning the media just put them against each other, and I've seen that all the way, and I don't really like it particularly, but they're going to be a great team in the future. Also, let's talk about the Eastern Conference Finals. Man, congratulations to the Miami Heat. I don't take anything away from them, but I am very disappointed in the Chicago Bulls. I mean, now when I look back at it, and I know how the playoffs work. You know, the season is a long season, 82 games, and you go from city to city, team to team, and this, that, and the third. But what happens is, you know, when you sit down and you focus on one team for 2 weeks, your weaknesses and strengths get exposed, period. And obviously the weakness of the Chicago Bulls is lack of scoring. They need a shooting guard that can score, and they probably need a big man that can score. And it's so funny to say that when you got Carlos Boozer making as much money as he is. He's a 20-10 guy, multiple All-Star with the Utah Jazz. He was a big free agent, and he scores 5 points in the last game. He did nothing as far as production, his normal production, in the home games, in Chicago's 3 home games. And then the 2 road games, he did pretty good in Miami. I don't take anything away from him, but he definitely disappointed me. Joakim Noah disappointed me. You know, he just didn't seem like himself. I think he was demoralized by the fact of LeBron and Dwayne Wade, and even though Dwayne Wade was shooting bad, and Chris Bosh, I mean, those guys, those 3 together are a tandem, man, I'll tell you. And I want to give a shout out to Derrick Rose. You know, that young man, as young as he is, he's a very smart kid. He's got it together. He really knows what the game is about and how to play the right way. And I understand people are going to say, oh, NBA Jerry, he's shooting too much and this, that, and the third. But he has to do that to keep his team involved, in my opinion, because they don't have any scoring. In that last game, Game 5, in that last 3 minutes and some change, I'm watching it now. You know, it's easy for me to say this now because the game's over with. But I'm watching it, and I'm sitting there looking, and I'm saying, you know what? You know, throughout the second half, even when Chicago was up, I'm thinking Miami is going to either take this to overtime or they're going to win it. I just had that feeling. I don't know why, and they did it, man. And I mean, you got to tip your hats to Chicago Bulls though for having a great season. I look forward to see what they do next season and see if they can get a scoring shooting guard and maybe some more scoring off the bench. But congratulations to the Chicago Bulls, but for having a great season. Now the Miami Heat, you know, where do I begin? The best basketball player in the world, LeBron James, and I've said this on numerous occasions, you know, and I have been biased towards LeBron James, and I've been biased against him because of his recent things he's done in the media. And I've seen some recent news about LeBron James as far as his decision and how he did it, and I'll get into that in a minute. But at the end of the day, this guy is the best basketball player in the world, hands down. I mean, we have never seen a guy like this. In my 23 plus years of watching basketball, okay, I've been watching a lot of games, a lot of players, and I've seen a lot of players. The best player I've ever seen play basketball is Michael Jordan, okay, and then I've seen Magic, and I've seen Larry Bird, Scottie Pippen. I've seen a lot of players, and right now, LeBron James is up there, high on my list right now. He really is, man. I mean, this guy is playing better than I've seen a lot of players play. He really is. And what he's doing, I want you, and what I did this the other night. I watched a game where I watched the Bulls and Miami game, and I watched it where I said, you know what, I'm going to close my eyes on offense, and I'm just going to watch LeBron James on defense. And if you watch this guy just on defense, not everything he does, the way he controls the game from the point forward position where he can get anybody an open shot, where he can score at will, where he's hitting his little fadeaway jumper, his mid-range shot, he's hitting his 3-point shot, he's making free throws on a consistent basis now. But just watch this man on defense. And this guy is better than Bruce Bowen and Ron Artest at their primes. I mean, this guy is he's looking down the pipe, looking right at Derrick Rose, almost like a grown man playing against a high school kid or something, or a grade school kid. He positions his body where Derrick Rose cannot get past him. I mean, Derrick Rose cannot drive past LeBron James on a consistent basis. And he creates enough space, LeBron James does, in between him and Derrick Rose, that he can't drive past him and he can't get off a good jump shot. Now, of course, Derrick Rose is going to score and things like that, but that's why he shot bad in the the final minutes of games, because LeBron James, with his height, his quickness, his athletic ability, his speed, his timing, his basketball IQ, I mean, this guy is the ultimate basketball player. I mean, to shut down the MVP, the media's MVP, because he's not my MVP, and I've said this before. He showed when it counts, and people sitting here saying that LeBron James doesn't come up in big moments and stuff like that. I don't know what games you're watching. I've watched every single LeBron James game, and I'm not saying he hasn't missed, game-winning shots and stuff, but he's been a top playoff performer ever since he's been in the playoffs. His first playoff game, he had a triple-double. He's done well against the Wizards. Game-winning shot there. Then he hit a game-winning shot against Orlando. You saw what he did against the Pistons. I mean, you guys know that this guy, don't feed into the media, folks. Watch the games yourself. Don't just watch the SportsCenter highlights and all that stuff. I'm not saying don't watch SportsCenter, but watch the game and break it down. You guys are smart basketball players. Even if you got to record it and take notes, just watch this guy play. I mean, he is the best defender in the NBA. I will say that. He's a better defender than Dwight Howard. People say, oh, NBA Jerry, you're crazy. Well, he is, and I'm going to tell you why. Dwight Howard, as great as a shot blocker he is, and a shutdown post defender, he is a better shot blocker than a post defender. But LeBron James can defend 4 positions legitimately, okay? And he can defend some 5s. Not all 5s, but some. But he can defend 4 positions very well. And I'm telling you right now, in this Dallas series, because I haven't been watching SportsCenter lately. I've been real busy and stuff, so I don't know what the breakdown stuff is. I've heard what Scottie Pippen has says, and I'll get into that in a minute. But LeBron James, the way he shut down Derrick Rose, I mean, he shut him down, turned his water off. I guarantee you LeBron James will be guarding Dirk Nowitzki in close game situations at the end of the third period or at the end of the fourth period. He will be guarding Dirk Nowitzki. I'm telling you that right now. And a lot of you will say, oh, he can't guard Dirk Nowitzki because he's too tall and he'll shoot right over him. We'll see about that. We'll see. But LeBron James is definitely the best defender in the NBA. Like I said, Dwight Howard won the Defensive Player of the Year. But LeBron James is the best defender to me. He's the best offensive player in the NBA. In my opinion, he's got the best basketball IQ, one of the best, if not the best. You got Steve Nash and Jason Kidd and Chris Paul, and those guys have a high basketball IQ too. But you're talking about a guy. Let me get back to the defense real quick. The reason why I think LeBron is a better defender than Dwight Howard, because like I said, he can guard 4 positions, some 5s. Dwight Howard can't guard all 5 positions. Of course, Dwight Howard's a better shot blocker, but LeBron James' lateral movement, his foot speed and the way he can anticipate where a guy's going and cutting him off. I'm not talking about, like my old coach said, the Patrick Ewing defense, just waiting for the man to shoot it and blocking it. I'm not talking about that. I'm not even talking about the chase downs. I'm talking about his position on defense. This guy is second to none on the defensive end, and he's second to none on the offensive end. Period.